Eritrean Research Institute for Policy and Strategy, EREPS, public condemnation letter regarding the unjust treatment of Eritrean refugees by German authorities. March 28, 2025, press release. Eritrean Research Institute for Policy and Strategy, ERIPS, strongly condemns the recent unjust and unfair actions taken by German authorities against Eritrean refugees residing in Germany. The ongoing targeting and classification of these refugees as terrorism suspects is deeply troubling and must cease immediately. For many years, Eritrean refugees in numerous countries have peacefully demonstrated against events orchestrated by the Eritrean government. These events, disguised as cultural festivals, serve as propaganda platforms intended to intimidate Eritrean refugees abroad. Recently, throughout 2022 and 2023, Eritrean communities worldwide, including those in Germany organized under the banner of Brigade Nhamadu, have protested these events, rightfully denouncing the oppressive messages and threats emanating from the Eritrean regime. Unfortunately, some of these demonstrations escalated into violence, caused not only by opponents of the Eritrean regime, but equally by its supporters, resulting in injuries to demonstrators, law enforcement personnel, and damage to property. Individuals who violated laws have appropriately faced judicial proceedings. Brigade Nhamadu and the broader Eritrean refugee community have fully cooperated with these legal processes, demonstrating their commitment to peaceful coexistence and adherence to the law. Despite this, German authorities have recently begun unjustified house-to-house raids against Eritrean refugees, terrorizing families and traumatizing children. Labeling these refugees as terror suspects is not only disproportionate and unjust, but also reflects a troubling double standard. Germany regularly witnesses demonstrations such as May Day events, football rivalries, and clashes between right-wing and left-wing groups that often escalate into violence. These incidents, though serious, are rightfully treated as civil disobedience, not terrorism. The harsh treatment and disproportionate labeling applied specifically to Eritrean refugees is thus both unfair and unacceptable. It is crucial to recognize that Eritrean refugees have never directed aggression toward the German state, its institutions, or its people. Instead, their actions reflect their desperate demand for protection from transnational repression, where oppressive regimes continue to target dissidents abroad. It is, in fact, the Eritrean regime that seeks to export terror and violence onto German soil, thereby endangering Eritrean refugees who sought safety and peace in Germany. We call upon the German government to immediately halt unjustified raids and cease the labeling of Eritrean refugees as terrorism suspects. Formally acknowledge the reality of transnational repression inflicted by the Eritrean regime on refugees abroad. Ensure fair, humane, and unbiased treatment for Eritrean refugees, consistent with Germany's core democratic values and international obligations. Hold the Eritrean regime accountable for instigating violence and intimidation against refugees residing in Germany. Refugees fleeing persecution deserve protection, compassion, and justice, not further victimization. We urge Germany to uphold its responsibility as a democratic nation by standing firmly against transnational repression, promoting fairness, and ensuring that justice applies equally to all individuals within its borders, citizens and refugees alike. This injustice must end immediately. Eritrean Research Institute for Policy and Strategy.